Hello, hello, happy Thursday. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Chocolate One. My name's Beth. I'm a designer with Chocateur. I have a t-shirt we're going to ink on today. If you're watching, say hello, drop a comment down below for me, please. If you see the red rectangle up here, that means you're catching this live. If it's not there, then that means you're on the replay, but you can still drop a comment, ask questions. I'll get back to them for sure. I like to go back through and answer all the comments and questions. And hey, Bill, thanks for watching. If you would please sprinkle this, which means S-H-A-R-E, to your other crafty DIY friends, and that is greatly appreciated. Let me see if we came up live over here. Not quite yet, it'll pop up. So we're going to do a t-shirt with, I used to crasrinate, but I got so good I went pro. You know how I've been talking about how important it is to take 30 minutes a day minimum for yourself. Find something you enjoy doing and do it. Well, I have been procrastinating about exercise, so I need to add to my 30 minutes of craft time, I need to add 30 minutes of exercise. So that's what this is about today. It's going to motivate me to get back into some exercising, which is badly needed. Still hasn't popped up over here. So let's do this the hard way. I'm going to go over here, turn down the volume first. Go to videos. I want to share this over to the my other chalk group that I have. It's wanting to take its time. I hope you're all having a great day today. Thank you for the stars. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see here. What is going on? There it is. Okay. And copy. And then we will go to the VIP group. Oh, here it is here. Let me see if I can do it this way. This is much easier. Hi, Jane. That's much easier when it lets me do it that way. So I should be able to see comments now. Let me see what Jane said. Happy Thursday, Beth. I'm definitely an expert on procrastinator. Can't wait to see you use this transfer. I think we all are a little bit. So this is a final silk screen transfer. So wherever you see the design, the white, that's where the silk screen is. And then this green teal color around it, that's the vinyl, and it's sticky. So this is a brand new transfer. I especially like using new transfers on my first use on an ink project, if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to ink with it. Procrastination. And this is just absolutely perfect for a t-shirt. We have, Bill and I have some exercise equipment. My elliptical machine used to be in my craft room. It got booted. So it's now in the shop. Bill has it set up pretty nice in there, and it's warm enough now that I can get out there and start using it. I really like the elliptical machine. All right, back on the back of the transfer to remind me that this is the back sheet of the carrier sheet. Oh, and first we're going to put our ink mat in. This is an ink mat. It's sticky, so what this does is it holds the fabric in place as well as prevents the ink from going through to the back. of the shirt. Well, I don't know why that is getting interrupted, but it does that sometimes. I see it on my end. I'm not sure if you all see it or not. So, and it just smooths out your fabric. So you really don't even have to iron your fabric ahead of time if you don't want to. This was a thrift store find, you guys. This t-shirt was 50 cents. That is a bargain. So now we're going to take our transfer and roll it up. Always pull your transfers horizontal or vertical, never on a diagonal. And this is going to go, this is going to line up easy because the V and the V are going to just match. I'm just going to pull it down a little bit. That looks pretty good. I want to make sure I'm on that ink mat. Feels like I am. Yes, it is. Okay. And push it down really good. I haven't chosen the color yet. I was thinking about either Storm or Ocean Mist. This is kind of a navy color shirt. This has a lot of open screen area in it, so you're going to want to get as much stick from where you have the vinyl as you can, and just keep working it until the air is pushed out. When you have a lot of open screen area like this, the air likes to sneak back in. Okay, so now let's decide on what color we want to use. This is Storm. I think that would be really pretty. Or, oh boy, we must have another Ocean Mist somewhere. It doesn't feel like there's a lot. Oh, I do. Or Ocean Mist. Does anybody have a preference? Can you see the colors there on the material there? I think both of them would be pretty. Let me grab this. Or even white would be really good on that. I think I'm kind of leaning toward Ocean Mist. Let me see. You like Storm, Jane? I like Storm too. Okay, Storm it is. We'll do Storm. Jane's going to help me with my procrastination today. Let's open this up. And we have enough. Probably need to reorder this. But let me stir it up just a little bit. We have plenty. Just to make sure the pigments get mixed together really well. There we go. Okay. When I'm inking, I like to start above, like on the teal area, and pull my ink into the silk screen. And when I'm inking, I like to go one direction. So let's just get started here. It's going to be all one color. It's going to be a quick project tonight. And I don't use a lot of pressure. It's a very light hand when you're inking. Sometimes you see this little smudge thing that's moving around here. Sometimes you get a little piece of dry ink in your jar and it gets kind of rubbery feeling. And just carefully pull it through. And just like pasting, put your excess back in your jar and then go through and skim it down. want a nice even coating of that ink. And there's some natural distressing built into this transfer, which is really nice. All right, now I'm going to grab a Lysol wipe because I've got ink on my finger. I don't want to touch. Ink is permanent. So if I were to touch somewhere with that, I'd have a permanent fingerprint there. Now I will slowly pull it up. Check my fingers again. Slowly pull it up. It looks good. It's perfect. Okay, it's perfect. I love it. This never gets old for me. I've been crafting with this product for about close to 2 years now, and it never gets old. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much. It's a perfect color, Jane. That's awesome. Okay, let's dry it. I'm going to use the blow dryer because I want a little bit more heat. Whoops. It's not plugged in. Let me plug it in. And then we're going to heat set it today. Hi, Paula. Jane says, I always have trouble with the paper being collecting on the outside edges of my squeegee. Oh, on the outside edge. Maybe try using a smaller amount of paste if you're using too much at one time, one scoop. So when you're drying, if you touch it and the ink does not come back up on your finger, it's dry enough to heat set. But right down here, it came up on my finger a little bit, so put a little more air on it. Oh, it is nice today. Yeah, it's like 74. So I think we finally maybe have turned the corner for weather. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. I've been loving. Yesterday was absolutely beautiful. Almost 80 degrees yesterday. It was hot. That's hot for us. So the important thing to remember is before you heat set, is take that mat out. I don't remember what it was I was heat setting. The last thing I inked. It wasn't the t-shirt. I don't think it was the bag. Oh, it was those chair cushions. And the ink sat on top of that material. It was polyester. And it sat up on top of that material for 2 days. And so I totally forgot about the ink mats. And I heat set it with them in there. And the whole time I'm heat setting, I'm thinking, this feels different. This feels different. And then I realized, I thought, oh, but I didn't ruin my ink mat. I'm so lucky. It could have, and I used a lower temperature because of that material though too. So That might have been why. All right, I have my heat press set up. Doesn't it look good? It looks really good. Love it. Let me get something to put underneath it. I think I will take out my magic mat here. We have Mrs. Pretty Mat today. Mr. Ugly is waiting for his next turn to do some crafty painting. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Happy with it. Okay, and now we're going to heat set. This is a heat press. If you don't have one of these, use your iron and set it to the temperature of the fabric. This is probably cotton. And you'll heat set it for 4 minutes. Put your parchment paper down. Make sure it's not wax paper. I think there's some silicone heat things you can use also. I don't have those. I just use parchment paper. And for this, we're going to do it for 30 seconds. I'm going to go back and forth. And do it just a little bit more than 30 seconds. And with the heat press, oh, thank you, Paulette. That's very kind of you. With the heat press, they say you can leave it in one place. I don't. I've scorched a couple of things, and so for me, it's just safe to keep moving it. And in order to get my full 30 seconds with this, you know, I just go a little bit longer. So that's the front. Now I'm going to turn it inside out, and we're going to, you can see a little bit where the ink, see how it comes through? That's why that ink mat is really important, because that would be on the back of the shirt, probably. And we're going to heat set the back of it for our 30 minutes. Hi Irene, how are you today? You haven't used it yet, Michelle? Girl, get that out and use it. Get some inking going on. This makes it so easy. Well, that should be good. Don't skip this part of the inking though, you guys. Do not skip heat setting. I really think it gives it sets the ink, makes it look professional. And it won't come out when you launder this. So there's our shirt. It's cute. This shirt was 50 cents. I hope I got it on there straight. I can't tell. I think I did. Yeah, I did. This shirt was 50 cents. So check out your thrift stores and, you know, find some things. Gosh, I went to, when I was at my meeting down in Coeur d'Alene yesterday, that's where all of our big stores are. I don't get to shop at those stores anymore. And so I went into Kohl's. I had about 30 minutes before I had to be at the meeting. So I went into Kohl's. And I really liked all the things they had there. But my Lord, the prices are horrible, even with sales. So, thrift store it is. Okay, let's get this over here and wash it real quick. I like to say that these transfers are amazing. They're reusable. You don't do any of the weeding or cutting, and cleanup is a breeze. So I just spray it down with a little bit of water while I'm finishing up my project, take a board eraser. I cut these in half. I like the way it feels in my hand better than the whole disc. I feel like they last a little bit longer. I grab a fuzzing cloth. I use the microfiber side of the cloth, the really soft side, and I dry it off. I like to get it where it's kind of damp dry. Take another one and lay it on top. A size transfers. This is a B size transfer. This is the size transfer that you get if you join Club Couture. You get a B size transfer every month sent to your home for free. Free shipping, that is. All right, we'll set this down. Take the backer sheet, we wrote back on that, so I know that's gonna face me. So you put the shiny side to the sticky side of your transfer. And that's it. We're done, and look, looks brand new. It's ready to go again. I'm going to soon, I have the onesies today. Oh, the onesies are gonna be so much fun. It's on your Christmas list, Jane. I love it. One year, I think maybe you've heard me say this before. The first year I started doing Chalk Couture, I love making those tote bags. And so I was making a lot of those because I use them for gift bags. And 4 minutes on one side, 4 minutes on the back side, that's 8 minutes times 10 gift bags, that's 80 minutes of just ironing. And so I thought, no, I think I'm going to do this for a little while, so I'll invest in it. So it was worth the investment. So anyways, I used to crastinate, got so good I went pro. So I'm going to crastinate and not procrastinate. What size is it? It might be the 9-inch. I don't even remember. Let me see if I have a tape measure in here. I do. And you probably have to, I think it is the 9-inch. I think you have to measure the plate, and it's too hot to touch right now. Oh look, I got something on the bottom of it. I never look at the bottom. So I think it's the 9-inch one. Make sure you buy it from a reputable dealer. One time I went to order one on Facebook and it said it was the Cricut website. It wasn't. And but you know, if it sounds like it's too good of a deal to be true, it is. I was lucky and I was able to get my money back. So another crafty tip for you. So my friends, let's see here. Thank you. Well, hi, Sari. How are you, darling? I miss you. I haven't seen you lately. We'll have to chat. That's it for today, you guys. Oh, so what I was going to say is, like I said, 30 minutes a day for yourself. And I used to exercise all the time, and you know, it shows that I'm not exercising. I feel it. And I used to tell my friends, God gives me 24 hours in a day. I can give him 30 minutes a day to keep my body healthy. So that's what I'm going to start doing. You're good at missing me? I'm good missing you. Oh, I'm good missing you. Glad I caught you live. Thank you, Sari. You're so sweet. That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start slow. I'll start with 15 minutes because it's been a bit. But I'm going to start exercising and maybe not feel so tired. Sometimes I just feel so tired, and I think that'll really help. So my friends, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me. I'll be back to Chalk and Talk with you tomorrow. Take good care.